and let's click book a call. So as you can see, this already looks much better. There's no gray border around it. There's more space for the Calendly embed. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Roman, and in this video I'm going to show you how to embed Calendly into Voiceflow the right way. And it's completely free. There are two ways to do this. The first is through an iframe, which is what everybody else out there is going to show you. Now, if you've already seen this a million times, don't click off this video yet, because in the second way, I'm going to show you a much better way to do this, which will give you a ton more flexibility over how your Calendly embed looks. By the way, I'm going to put down links in the description of all the templates that I'm going to show you, as well as all the resources that I'm going to use in this video. So let's jump into it. So this is the first way of how we can do this, which is through an iframe. So I've got a very basic setup here. All we're doing is we're just greeting the user and we're giving them a book a call button. Now, when they click this button, we have to set a URL to the URL of your Calendly appointment. And you get it by going here and just clicking copy link. Then we're just going to paste that link in here. It has to be in double quotes, by the way. Right, now once that is done, we have this Calendly iframe, which I will put this down in the description as well so you can copy it if you'd like. You're just going to put your URL variable right here. Once that is done, once that's generated, we're just going to thank the user for booking a call and we're going to end the conversation. This is obviously just a demo. So let's look at what this will look like. So I'm on a demo site right here. So let's open up the chatbot, click the book a call button, and there you go. Now, you'll notice a few problems with the way this looks. Firstly, there's this border right here, which kind of reduces the real estate of this whole Calendly embed. So it looks kind of squished up. Now, the problem gets a bit worse when we hop on over into what it looks like on a phone. So this is looking very squished. If you look at it on an actual cell phone, it looks even worse. So what can we do about this? Let's jump into the second way of how we can do this. So the second way is actually through a custom action. So let me delete this path right here, and we're going to connect the custom action. And the custom action is essentially running some code, and then we're going back to the end block to end the conversation. Now, this code, we'll jump into it here in a moment. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to use it, by the way. Let's save this, and let's see what this looks like as soon as this is published. All right, let's open up this chatbot, and let's click book a call. So as you can see, this already looks much better. There's no gray border around it. There's more space for the Calendly embed. Let's see what this looks like on a phone. There you go. Also looking much better because there's a lot more space for it to actually show to the user. All right, let's dive into how this actually works so that you can implement it yourself. So basically, what we're doing here is we're creating this custom action, and we'll dive into what this does behind the scenes. You give it a name. In this case, it's going to be called Calendly. And in the action body, we just want to pass in the URL, which we've set right here, into this variable called Calendly URL. Now, it's important that this, if you're going to use the code that I'm going to give you exactly as it is, it's important that you call the custom action Calendly and that you call your Calendly URL Calendly URL. So let's look at the code. So just a little bit about my setup so that you can set the same up on your side if you'd like. I've got a free CSS template downloaded, and that's this code right here. I'll put a link down below if you want to get the same one. You essentially just unzip it and then open it in a code editor of your choice. Then to actually run it, I've got this extension called Live Server. And then if you get it, you'll see I've got it running on port 5500. You'll see a Go Live button here. You just click it like that. All right, so with that out the way, what we've got to actually have this running is just a script tag in the index.html, and the script tag is referring to this voiceflow-chatbot.js file, which is where the meat and potatoes of this whole thing is. If you'd like, you can literally just take this whole code and include it in a script tag here, whichever works for you. So how this whole thing works, let's take a look at the actual problem with why the iframe does what it does. So if we inspect this for a moment here, you'll see that this text block has a parent container, this gray bit right here, and then the actual text is its own element. So when we embed an iframe, it embeds it directly into this element, which leaves this whole border around that iframe, which takes up space and makes it look squished. So instead of embedding it in this little bit right here, what we're doing is we're deleting this whole thing essentially and just replacing it with the iframe of the Calendly. So how we're doing that here is when this custom action fires, we have element that's passed in here. And that element essentially points us to where that text is. So what we do is we get the parent element and we completely replace it with our Calendly embed. By the way, if you want to do any customization, any CSS to make the Calendly look different, prettier, different colors, whatever, you can just modify this right here. You can also, if you're not tech savvy, just put this into ChatGPT and tell it, I want to make the Calendly embed have pointy corners, or I want it to have a yellow border, or whatever you'd like. It'll just write this for you. You just replace it and you're good to go. So that's pretty much it. And lastly, don't forget to put your own project ID over here for your Voiceflow project. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found value, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.